What is a low-carb diet? Is a low-carb diet healthy for you? How do you accomplish a low-carb diet? My belief is a low-carb diet is the way to go to prevent weight gain or to lose weight, prevent heart disease and diabetes, and conquer many other health concerns. Stay tuned for answers as to why I believe that. This is Dr. David Dahlman for drdahlman.com. We all want the best, don't we? Best schools for our kids, best vacations, best flat screen TVs. So there must be a best diet, right? Well, maybe not. How about two best diets? And they are both on the extreme ends of the dietary spectrum. Plenty of studies and cultures around the world show that a low-fat vegetarian diet, as well as a low-carb diet high in good fats, are not only heart healthy, but overall just a healthier way to eat. So be a vegetarian if you'd like to do that, as long as you don't gain weight or see your blood pressure or cholesterol rise. Those would be signs that the low-fat diet is not working for you. My favorite, and a diet I've followed for 35 years, is a low-carb diet. Now let's define carbs first. It may surprise you. Any food that is not an animal product of fat, oil, nut, or butter contains carbohydrates, which break down into sugar. That's right, sugar. The same sugar in a Snickers bar. It's called glucose. Whether it's bread, potatoes, rice, fruit, broccoli, or lettuce, yes, there's fiber and vitamins and minerals in those foods, but they all still break down into glucose. Some foods contain more carbs and some less. That means some foods contain more sugar and some less. So what is a low-carb diet? A low-carb diet is not about eliminating any foods, it's about reducing the total amount of carbs in your daily diet. I am talking about Dr. Atkins, the Zone diet, the South Beach diet, Suzanne Summers, or the basic Mediterranean diet where the incidence of diabetes and heart disease is much lower than in the United States. You don't need to be as drastic as Dr. Atkins or completely follow the advice of any of these books. Just cut back on your carbs. So is a low-carb diet healthy for you? There's never been a study done that has ever proven that a high-fat, low-carb diet caused heart disease. Only a high-fat, high-carb diet causes heart disease. All studies about fats that have been linked to heart disease in the past did not take into account the amount of carbs eaten by the participants because scientists have never been able to wrap their brain around the thinking that apples, whole wheat breads, potatoes, or those cute little Bugs Bunny carrots could in any way be linked to heart disease. Well, if you eat too many carbs, they can. A high-carb diet contributes to heart disease because the sugar in it creates an inflammatory response within the body and arteries, leading to heart disease, possible diabetes, and other inflammatory health conditions. So, what does a low-carb diet look like? You can follow the diet plans and recipes from any of the low-carb diet books, but it's really very easy. Breakfast is bacon and eggs, almond or peanut butter on rice cakes, or leftovers from last night's dinner. Lunches and dinners in the rest of the day are a salad with an olive oil dressing, steamed or sautéed vegetables in lots of butter or olive oil, and meat, chicken, fish, or some other animal protein. Can you live on that? As strict as that sounds, discipline like this allows you to enjoy some days with more carb intake if you wish, but don't give yourself too much wiggle room or else you defeat the purpose of a low-carb diet. And let's not be fat-phobic. Fat is not a problem unless eaten with too many carbohydrates. Enjoy. Don't use artificial sweeteners like aspartame, also known as NutraSweet, or those little blue packets called Equal. No sucralose, also known as Splenda, no saccharin, and no acetylfame K, where the K stands for potassium. All of these artificial sweeteners, and especially aspartame, have the unintended consequence of increasing your desire for carbohydrates. And that's not to mention the neurotoxicity of these products. That means they're poison to your brain and central nervous system. Low carb is the way to go. Don't fear fats, and let's prevent many chronic health conditions. I'm Dr. David Dahlman for drdahlman.com. To read more information and view additional videos about natural therapies for many chronic health conditions, please visit drdahlman.com.